Welcome back to all the subscribers. Big shout out to everybody who stuck with it. We've got some important fantasy baseball things to cover here today. First of all, happy Nick Senzel Day. Yeah, happy Nick Senzel Day. We had Vlad last week and we get Nick today, and he deserves his day too. I know that we're getting a little bit fatigued from all the injuries and all the prospects and the up and down, but Senzel deserves his own day. He should be picked up in all leagues, immediately thrown into your lineup. What's going to be nice is he's looking at third base eligibility. I see he collected maybe some shortstop in some other leagues, and then he's going to be getting outfield. And I think he's a must-own in all leagues and an immediate start as he starts to man the outfield for the Cincinnati Reds for the rest of the season. This is a huge boon to your team considering all the other players that we've been losing. So we're just glad he's here. And just because he sprained his ankle and because he got sit down does not mean that he is still not a studly player. He looks strong in the box and he has an exceptional hit tool. So what I want to cover here today, we got a couple prospects we have to talk about so that you can get them into your lineups. The number one name right now, this is stop the video material, is going to be Yordan Alvarez, Alvarez of the Houston Astros, and the hype is mounting as he is catching fire in AAA. It's worth stopping the video and going and making room for him in all leagues. And as I continue here, I will talk about some options to make some space so that you can add him in your league. But let's jump back here. Let's talk a little bit about Nick Senzel, because today is his day, and he is already in the lineup today, going up against another rookie who got called up, Tyler Beede, if you're looking to stream and play with fire, of the San Francisco Giants. But just when you're looking at prospects, I wanted to do this before, but it's worth talking about how I evaluate these guys. You're going on FanGraphs, you're clicking on your name. Senzel has no major league at-bats, so you'll have to find him and look at his minor league statistics. And there you'll see on FanGraphs some important information. Of course, I'd like to see the age. He's 23, listed at 6'1", 205. Also, you can slip down to the drafted, kind of give you an idea of his value. And this is a round 1, pick 2, number 2 overall player. So that just gives you the kind of idea of the kind of pedigree that he has. The grades there, the prospect report are listed below, and immediately the future value. He's a 60 future value player. That's getting up to the upper end of future value talent. The hit tool, all the tools, hit, game power, raw power, speed, field, throws, are listed with slashes, and he is no less than a 55 across the board on future values, with the hit tool listed at a 70 in particular. So you're looking at a stud. We're calling him a five tool stud. It's got a little bit of speed. The hit tool, 55 current, 70 future, and 55 raw power, 55 game power. So this is good. You can scroll down. You can listen to some commentary. Some things I look at in the minors, in the minor league numbers, you really want to look at that jump from single A to double A and how they handled it. That's where guys are going to really see the biggest improvement in pitching that they're up against. So how did they handle that jump? What did the strikeout rate look like? Were they able to bring the walk rate along with themselves? So you can look at the numbers there. It's hard to digest. I like to check, did they hit double-digit home runs? Did they take double-digit bases in any particular season? The numbers can also be split if they're changing levels across, Senzel here from 2017 played single A. They bumped him to double A. And then you can scan over. You can just take a peek at the WRC+, which is a weighted runs created metric that just shows how productive he was. And you see that Senzel was a 184, a 147, a 184, a 149. So he was a well above average player at every level. Here he comes up to the big leagues. No reason to have him wait. I would ignore his AAA numbers from this season because that is a mere 38 plate appearances. He may strike out a little bit, but he's up to stay. He's up for good, and we really like that. And if you're looking to make room, Carter Kieboom may be looking a little bit more like Carter Key bust at the moment. I'm just going to click on his minor league statistics. Again, you got a 21-year-old, 60 future value, 60 power, 60 raw power. So you're seeing more power from Kieboom. They're showing a 50 current speed, a 45 future speed, so he will slow down a little bit as he fills out. Not as much a speed guy. The throws is important because that's included in the grade, but I don't care about it for fantasy purposes. So a guy having a big cannon may bump the grade up, but it's going to distort what the grade is going to be for my fantasy purposes because I don't care about the plays he makes in the outfield. I care about home runs and stolen bases. So, he might be a 55 for fantasy purposes. The hit tool only a 55, not on Senzel's level. We can check his minor league statistics, and the other thing I like to see sometimes is just how fast they climb. Is this a guy that's just tearing through the minors? Keeboom had good grades, but what we're seeing currently in his small sample up in the bigs is the 26 plate appearances. He has a .091 BABIP and a .13 batting average. Besides the home run he hit on opening day and the home run he hit 2 days later, I don't think he has another hit. He's like 2 for 31. It's not good. He's probably having trouble with the off-speed stuff, which is the problem. Even when you go from AAA to the bigs, there's a big increase in the kind of off-speed offerings that major league pitchers have. And that's the biggest adjustment for minor league hitters. So he looks like he's having a problem with that. My other problem with him is going to be that Rendon's going to come back. Trey Turner is about to start handling the bat. I don't know if there's room for him, and if he's going to be batting 130, he needs to go back down and work a little bit on the off-speed stuff. So there's a chance Keeboom gets sent down. He's a good guy to get out of the way for Yordan Alvarez. Even though today is Nick Senzel Day, this video is all about Yordan Alvarez. I can't stress it enough at this point because he is just catching fire in AAA. The Houston Astros do not have a good option at first base. Tyler White has not been impressive. Kyle Tucker may not be the dude. And Yordan Alvarez has seemingly leapfrogged over him. I don't think you've heard that much about him. Before I made this, I just scooped him in all leagues. I got rid of my Keeboom shares. I switched over to Yordan Alvarez. He hasn't called up yet. But I don't really care because he's going to force their hand. He's going to force the Astros' hand because he's going 4 for 4, 4 for 5, 3 for 4. It's just ridiculous. 12 home runs. He has a 4.11 BABIP and he's hitting 4.02. You can't just leave him down in AAA hitting 4.02 all season. They're going to have to make room for him. He's outfield eligible right now, but he's likely to come up and play 1B, so you're going to get a little bit of multi-position eligibility. Let's talk about the metrics here a little bit on Yordan. I mean, he was a hitting prospect. We knew that he was solid last season, and he seems to have made the leap. Age 21. This is the part I'm looking at. He's 6'5", 225. I'm talking about torque. He is a monster. This is a big slugger right here. 50 future value, 45 current hit, 55 hit, 55 game power, 65 raw power. 40, no speed, no field, no throws. All that future value is in his bat. The 65 raw power is elite, and he's just tearing it up. In 2016, he breaks into baseball. 2017, single A, double A. In 2018, he handles double A and triple A. 24% walk rate, 10, then 12% walk rate. 24% strikeout rate. But in AAA, he went home from the offseason. He decided to do some work. He's walking 14% of the time. He cut his strikeout rate by about 6%. He's got a 231 WRC plus. In single A ball is when we got the first glimpse that this guy was a complete beast when he had a 207 WRC plus. He went up to double A, it was a 168 WRC plus. This guy is mashing. You're hearing about it. He's being talked about on Roto World. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him handle the off-speed stuff, but this is worth a stash because there's a very good chance that he is a complete game changer this season, and that's what we're looking for right now as guys are getting injured and our teams may be middling and we've got to plug some holes. Real quick before I get off the prospects and just talk about some other fantasy baseball matters, keep your eye on Casey Mize. I'll just jump over here. He's a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. He's only in Double-A, 22, 6'3", 220. He was the 1-1 pick. This is the 1-1. He's a 55 future value. I don't know the velocities he's working with. You can see he's got 60 to 50, 60 to 65 grades across his arsenal: fastball, slider, splitter, cutter, the command at 55. The real thing is right now, he's unhittable. He's in Double-A right now with the ERA of a 0.00. Might just be too much to handle, and there's some talk like they should just bring him up and just see what they can do. This is a case of when the arm is so young and so fresh, and the stuff is moving around, and I'm sure the fastball is probably crazy. It's probably mid-90s, and it probably touches high 90s, I'm sure. No one can hit him, and you just call him up, give him a shot. See if the big leaguers can hit him. Get some of those pellets this season. I think he'd be a must-add if he comes up. He has no innings on the arm, so the prognosis, I have no idea. Maybe he just goes 80 innings, but they could be quality. They could be high K. Another guy to look at, and this is coming off of a Roto World a couple days ago. They're talking about, the pod is called Who to Stash. Covered a lot of names to warm you up. That's where I got a little warmer on Alvarez, and I was like, oh my God, this is a situation. Gonna have to go get some Yordan Alvarez. But the name is Dylan Cease, Cease. Dylan Cease, only a 50 future value prospect. He's making his way up through the minors. He's in AAA right now with a 3.33 ERA, mid-threes FIP, mid-threes XFIP. But look a little deeper. Another thing I like to see with my pitchers, I will admit, I like to see over 100 strikeouts at one level. But the other thing you can look at is that K per 9. And this is a guy, he's walky. Yes, he's been walky. But the K per 9's 13, 12, 11, 10, 13, 11. This guy has swing and miss stuff. Swing and miss. And the walks had been a problem. But you can see through the minors, look at him with this. This is his BB per 9, 6.5, 4.5, 3.8, 3.5, 3.7. And then in AAA this season, 2.59. He's reining it in. He's reining in a little bit of control, not at the sacrifice to the swing and miss stuff. So Dylan Cease would be a guy to just keep your ear out for. Any of these pitching prospects that get called up, it's worth taking a look at their minor league numbers, jumping onto FanGraphs, peeking the K per 9. Were they dominant in that Double-A jump? Do they have some low FIPs, some low XFIPs? It might be worth taking a flyer. Maybe you get some lightning in a bottle. You know, Tim Lincecum just got called up and just was a beast for a little while. You never know who it's going to be. So I hope you got some Yordan Alvarado, because this video came out for you to go get some of that. So you had Senzel today. Get off of some key boom. Get Alvarado on there. This could be a big boon for your team. I mentioned some guys. Just a little bit of a segue into be a doctor. We're going to have to be a doctor for Corey Kluber. Another reason that pitchers, besides them just hurting themselves, besides them throwing off the mound and the torque on the shoulder and the elbow and the repetitive motion and the blisters and the finger strains, is they're in the direct line of the ball coming back at them. And this is true even of middle infielders and center field. They take the most hard-hit contact balls right back at them. The pitcher's in the line of fire, and Corey Kluber got hit. He got hit, and they throwing arm, forearm. They haven't given a timetable, but he broke his forearm. And then it's just going to spiral. It's just going to be bad. He can't throw while the bone is rehealing. He's 32 or 33, so the healing's not going to be exceptionally quick. He's not going to be able to throw with the arm, so he's going to have to rest, and then he's going to have to ramp up. But it's his throwing arm. So do you think if you have a fracture, what if the feels tight? What if he loses musculature fatigue because he's going to be in a cast and that arm's going to go limp? Do you think this is going to come back and go well? 8 weeks, 12 weeks, not the same guy when he comes back. I don't know. I mean, I'm at 0 shares because the price was too high. But for other guys out there, I don't know if you have the DL spots. I don't know if you can wait. I don't know if it matters if your season basically is on the fritz and you're not playoff bound if you get a Corey Kluber back in 12 to 18 or however many weeks. But it's sad. We're losing guys. Soto's back is hurting him. Okay. So his MRI comes back clean. The MRI comes back clean. Great. But you know what's not great? He went for an MRI. That's not great. You got a serious problem if you're going to get MRIs. They're calling him day-to-day. This could turn into a DIA, an IL stint, retroactive. We don't know. It's not good. His back is nagging at him. It's not good in baseball. It's not good for someone who takes the kind of cuts that he takes. Hopefully he can get right. I'm sad Tatis Jr.'s on the IL. It's disappointing. Eloy hit the IL, so these young guys are coming up. It's weird because, a little segue, I kind of like my players to be a little lazy. If you're going to chase a ball down in the outfield, pull up short. Don't slam into the wall. I don't need you playing crazy, playing reckless. Live to swing another day. Live to swing the bat again. Bryce has stopped running hard to first base, and guys want him to make, oh, Bryce, you're not running hard, or Manny Machado, you're dogging it. These guys are just protecting themselves. And I understand to make the difference, to get to the league, you got to be an all-out kind of player. You got to be running into catchers and running hard for everything. Okay, I get it, but what if you're just hurt, and then you can't play? And then you can't develop your batting eye, and then you can't put up numbers, and you can't get call-ups. So, I'm okay if my players just be a little more cautious sometimes. Like, don't be stupid about it. Don't stretch out for first base. I had to touch on, I was reflecting, like I said, I'm going to do the opposite of the victory lap and just talk about huge mistakes I made again. A couple more huge mistakes. Garrett Hampson. Garrett Hampson, what's your problem? I mean, I don't know. It looked like he was good. I saw contact rates. I saw top 15 sprint speed. I saw a good eye. I saw a guy that had a little bit of sneaky. Just a little bit of pop and playing in a good field. Multi-position guy. Is it because Colorado keeps jerking your chain around and you can't get regular at bats and now you're tight? I guess you're not swinging the bat. That's what I hear. You're not just swing the bat. Make some contact. You're killing me. And now everyone's back. Now Murphy's back. Now McMahon's back. Now you're playing times limited. Dahl's healthy. Everyone's back. So you're getting me frustrated. You're probably going to get sent down. It's disappointing. Just to add in back to Keyboom, why Keyboom might get sent down is because if they call him up and they send him back down, they can still control the eligibility time. So that's another reason for them to send him back down. I got another huge mistake. Cedric Mullins. Are you kidding me? He's down, obviously. 93% contact rate. Speed, again. You just couldn't hit this season? What happened? Did the book come out on you? Are you a small sample size bust? Is this the adjustment I'm going to have to make? Please tell me I don't have to stop. I have to stop chasing prospects. I have to get off of small sample size studs. And I have to just say, no, I want to wait and see. I want to wait one full season. Is that what these guys are proving to me? It's frustrating. I need some of these call-ups to go the right way. A mistake I didn't make was Nick Pivetta, though. I hope nobody made that mistake. I will take that one. One thing I left off, this is a little technical on the metrics. I think that FIP is better than XFIP. Let's just dig into that one more layer. XFIP is league average home run rates. FIP is that particular pitcher's home run rates. And so with the juiced ball again, with the home run rates excessive, guys are giving up bombs. They're saying that some pitchers are becoming 3 true outcome pitchers. They're okay to give the walk, the K, or the home run. So the league average home run rate is up. So XFIP is going to look up. FIP is probably a better indicator, where XFIP is supposed to be future predictive. FIP is how did the pitcher pitch in those last starts. Lean towards your FIP in these early samples with the explosive ball, because the XFIP might be a little bit skewed. That's my opinion on that. Alvarado of Tampa Bay. Are you the closer? Are you the closer of the Tampa Bay Rays? I don't know. I'm not sure if you are. And if you're just a middle reliever, you could be a good reliever. You could be great. You could be strikeouty and have low ratios, but you're not getting saves. And I don't know if that warrants a place in my team. Yordan Alvarado. Did I say it? Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez again. I'll go back to him again. Yordan Alvarez. You're looking for another place to get rid of? Alvarado. I want to think that he's going to jump back into the closer role, but Tampa Bay keeps getting in positions where they could have saves, and they seem to be using Alvarado in high leverage situations, and they're using Diego Castillo to close. So it's a little bit frustrating. Closers are disgusting anyway, so if I get a whiff of something stupid, I want to get off of them. I'm sad about Leclerc. Kelly appears to be the pickup there. Closing is just a merry-go-round of a disaster. You don't even know when they're going to get saved. So I hope you guys enjoy Friday, Nick Senzel day. Let's watch some at-bats. And let's, where is he? Yordan Alvarez, why don't you hit some more home runs and just force the hand? I want to see you up by next Friday so we can have Yordan Alvarez day, 6-5, in the middle of a stacked Houston lineup. Hit your waivers, guys. Keep tinkering. There's a lot going on. Don't get numb on me. Don't get down because your bench is filled with injured players. You got to keep grinding. Holla back.